Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Hey, live my boy. Hey, Zero Likeness. Thank you for letting me know that you guys can hear me. Child, I'm going to get a couple more ooh childs out of the way. And y'all, I'm going to tell you what's been happening with me on these YouTube streets, honey. It's been a mess, honey, and I have loved every minute of it, child. I have got, I had the best fun the weekend. I had a BALL. I had a ball Monday, and I think today is Tuesday. It's Tuesday or Wednesday, and I didn't go live because I just wanted to hear what people out in the YouTube sphere had to say about some things that I was involved in, child. Okay. And I named this video, Ooh, child. Congratulations, Paulette Waters, the first CC. I meant to put beef sector, CC, to win around at the Purge. Little old me, I am so proud of myself. And the only reason that I was participating in the purge like I did, because I was always scared, child. But I would get my feet wet a little bit, but then I jump back out throughout the years. But honey, some told me to go over to the purge Saturday sometime, because I missed Friday night, because it started Friday and it Saturday, and then it over into Sunday at midnight. 48 hours. That's how long the purge is. This purge was. Some of them be 24, but this one was 48 hours, y'all. And some told me to go over there and just peep in and see what was going on. Because usually I'd be there the whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I forgot Friday. Well, honey, I went over there, and when I went over there and peeped, General on the panel with his loud ass mic. And I said, I ain't putting up with this bullshit all weekend. And then he started calling out people names. That if they weren't scared, hit the link. And he gonna take all of us out, and he gonna do this, and he gonna do that, and he gonna do that, and he gonna do this. And one of the first names he called was little old me. Okay. Now, hey, Dollar Store General. Now, I told you, if anytime you call me out, I'm going to hit the panel. But I guess you thought I was bullshitting again. Sure, I hit that panel. And we went to fight. Okay. and he had his mic up loud, and I was telling, I don't care how loud you got it. I'm gonna beat you. You're not gonna win the purge. You're not gonna win this money. I said, because you know you need it bad, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure you don't win because you're a loser. You're a loser. I was doing like that, child. And child, we got this was dragging each other for filth, okay? And then he was saying stuff like, he was saying really, really bad trigger words. But if he go lower, I'm going lower. So I'll probably throw some trigger words in there. I don't know. But I will be listening to it when Ant release it. Because he available for the public, it's gonna be a lot of parts out of it because there was language used that he don't want to put out there on the airways, okay? Well, Dr. General, I mean, Dollar Store General, he started saying words that like getting his, you gonna get this man struck and all that. I was saying I ain't doing nothing to get this man channel struck. That's gonna be you. I said because you play dirty and you gonna make sure to go over the limit with me and anybody else out here to beat you. I say, but you're not gonna win that $500. You had that money spent, didn't you? Hey, Kenny Lattimore, let's straighten it out, baby. Honey, we was going, ooh, we was going at it bad, and then he started telling, and I at them, him and just my five, they would say, hey, y'all use the trigger word, don't do it, don't do that, and I was like, hey, I know I ain't doing that, but I was saying, okay, because he was saying, y'all need to stop doing this. And y'all, he was saying, y'all. And I was saying, what? And so then I started paying a really close attention of what this nigga was saying. He was saying that I had had my son and my daughter by my daddy, either I'm and my granddaddy. I had kids with them. My children were incest. My kids are retarded. All kind of stuff. Then he threatened violence on me. And so I was fighting him back with the facts of his life. I wasn't telling lies on him. And he couldn't take it, y'all. He started saying the nastiest, filthiest stuff to me. Just nasty, nasty, nasty. And so he wished I'd die. He he just he went below the belt, and I went below the belt with him, but I went below the belt with the facts of his life, telling how sorry of a daddy he is. I was saying you got 19 kids, you moved across the country to get away from your children. Um, he was calling me unfit and this and that, and I was saying unfit. You can't never call nobody unfit. And I said I heard some of your baby's mama dead. Why you ain't got them children? Right? Because you only have a mama and a daddy when you come in the world. If one of them die, the other parent, if they any kind of damn parent would take care of their children, would put them in their house with them. But now his babies is still in Norfolk, either South Carolina. Some of them kids' mamas dead. The state taking care of them or whoever. He ain't taking care of none of his kids. Then he was walking around in his apartment talking about he live in a lap for luxury. And I was saying, the lap of luxury, nigga, you got one bed that you've been had for years. You got one computer chair, a gaming chair, uh, a couple of pair of pants, a couple of pair of shoes, a couple of shirts. That's the lap of luxury and some fake ass gold. And I said, you live in a cage. I would go crazy if I had lived in one room and the only other room you got is the bathroom. I would lose my damn mind. I told him that's what's wrong with you. You would in that room with all them loud mics, because honey come to find out he got 5 mics for one person. That is so stupid. I don't even have one lamp, one mic. Now I got a headset, but it don't go loud. They got no volume on it or nothing. It's just a headset. But honey, he got every kind of damn mic you could think of. That's the most important thing in the world to him is his mic. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you some of the excuses that he used, and I put this in my description of the excuses. Some of the excuses that he used on the purge. Okay. Oh, let me I'm pulling them up because I have now they in my description part. You can see that, but I put on here that he was saying they was turning his mic down, which they wasn't. Because it said when you drag, he'll let you keep your mic up loud as it can go and all of that, because it makes some people think they're gonna win because they got the loudest mic, but that have never been a rule at the purge. Okay. So he said that and then was turning his mic down. Then he said it was rigged. He got disqualified before the purge was over, so I put that in there. He lied like everybody is the ops, like everybody was against him. NT was against him. Just my 5 cents was against him. She was the co-host. They was biased. Um, he was talking about flagging and striking the channel, and all, and Ant was getting false flags. You know, he was getting false flags throughout the purge. Um, and like I said, he blamed the host, he blamed the co-host, he blamed the ops, and who the ops is, I don't know. He lied like he didn't try to win. He was saying he didn't. I didn't even try to win, nigga. You had spent that money. I know that, and you did too. And I told you about it 50 times. You need that money bad because you were just begging for $375, $325, $275 a couple of days before Christmas, and that is low down for you to be asked to, for money like that a couple of days before Christmas. That's insane in the membrane, because you don't even care about all these mothers and daddies that's buying for their children on Christmas, but you want to pick their pockets 2 days before Christmas, all the way up to Christmas. Help me. I need $375. Help me. Everybody send me $1. Help me. I need $275. Help me. I need $325. You got your motherfucking nerves with your lazy black ass. So you don't care about nobody else. You never did buy your kids nothing for Christmas. You got mad because I said that. You was telling on me for saying that I was going to below the belt. That ain't below the belt. That's the damn truth. You didn't want people to know you had 19 kids. Didn't nobody tell you to get 19 women pregnant. That ain't going below the belt. That's telling who you are. You got mad because I said you were a strangler. Well, you got charges for being a strangler. Why you mad because I said that when you done strangled several women? I don't get it. And you was doing that to the women that loved you, that cared about you, wanted the best for you. But the way you repaid them with your non-working self, because you don't want to work and take care of yourself. And I was saying that too. That you mooch off of women, you get women to take care of you, and the way the way you pay them back is choke their tongue out. I play Russian roulette with them. Okay? But that make you a big boss general, dollar general. I don't understand the idiots that follow you because they are wrong as you are. They've been attacking me because of you. You put them on me, but I've been knocking their asses out right and left. I knocked you out at the purge, and you sent Sherry Flawless Berry after me. I knocked her out of the purge with my fist as hard as I could. And then this little bitty bitch, somebody named Honey, I don't know nothing about her, but she's retarded, and she one of your followers that got knocked out too. And I can't get no plainer than that, DG. And you can get mad as you want to, but ain't a damn thing you can be doing about it. And you've been crying like a hoe, whining like a hoe. You was doing that before the purge, but you have really gotten out of hand. All of this crying and whining around the goddamn clock. You've been on the rampage ever since you got disqualified, nigga. You was on the rampage before you got disqualified, nigga. You was telling on me. You was all in the back chat telling me on me. And you know I don't never really look at the back chat when I'm on a panel. But he have kept whining and complaining and see you doing this, and see you doing that, and see you doing this. And I was saying, and was saying I'm getting messages on how you guys are talking and stuff like that, and all this here and all that there. And I was saying, ain't nobody else been getting complaint like this. Well, all of a sudden, it got to start stopping us from dragging and talking about, you know, stepping over the line, with the drags and stuff. And I was saying, I was just puzzled. And we had been dragging a long time. And he was study complaining. And some told me to look at that damn private chat. And I looked at the private chat and I busted his ass out on that panel. I said, you back here, you wearing and where he can't do what he got to do because, running a panel is really hard. To me, it is hard. Ant is a content creator that do it every day. Plus, Ant do other stuff with the computer. He do a whole lot of stuff. And Just My Five do too. They trying to run this purge and try to keep it in order. And you study being a teller. They got to stop and look at your text. They got to stop and read the back chat and all of that unnecessary stuff. And so I look back there and I said, oh, I see you you've been private chatting him ever since I've been up here. And I say, I'm gonna screenshot it. So I have it of what you've been saying to Ant. I said, you've been up here you've been telling lies, and I'm screenshotting just so I have it. And so I can tell these people how low down you is and show them. That knocked him for a loop when I did that. But I ain't gonna show the stuff, Now I have looked at it several times because I got it saved. It ain't a damn thing you can do about it. And whenever I get ready to read what you was putting in the back chat, I'm gonna talk about it, nigga. Okay. You are so weak. You are so weak. And then, and when they got ready to vote for the winner of that round, because it was like 4 rounds for the whole 48 hours, okay? And it would be like the people that drug each other, within this so many hours. Like this 6 hours, wait a minute, 24 hours a day, 12 hours, I think. Whoever, scratched in the 12 hours, then he would put them on a poll and the people could vote for whoever they thought did the best. Okay, so what I did, when he opened the poll up, I was sitting there thinking, what else could I do? What else could I do? And some told me to go over to Kick to Lex because that's where I was at when I thought about going to the purge. So I ran over to Lex. I say, hey Lex, uh, can I tell you something? I say, I'm on the poll. I could win this round at the purge. Will y'all come over there and vote for me? I say, cause don't really people in and out the purge all the time. So he said, yeah, put the link in there. And I put the link in there. And then I went seen Lemon was live. So I went on Lemon panel. I said, Lemon, I said, I'm in the purge and they got the poll open. Will y'all come and vote for me? And so people came over there and voted. And I mean, I won like a landslide, child. Well, I'm still on the panel. No, I got jumped down and I went back over there after I left Lemons. And so I'm looking at the poll and boy, them numbers shot up, the percentages. And the last time I looked, I was at 58%. But then they had the other part, like the other 42%, that was for the other people, with their ranking. Well, DG, somebody told DG I had been over the kicks, or either he went over there, whatever. I had went over the kick, and I went over, which is lax, and I went over to the beef sector, which is lemon, and told the people to vote for me. And he said I was cheating. Nigga, that ain't no cheating. Just cause you ain't got nobody that you can call, go to their panel and tell them to vote for you. Just cause I thought about it before you, I marketed myself. I didn't cheat. But see, you so worried about what I was doing when you should have been contacting your people and telling them, hey, look, I'm in this round of the purge. I need this $500. Why wouldn't you call your friends and hit panels? Since you the general, why you didn't call your troops? Cause your troops ain't shit just like you ain't shit. I've been laughing at you ever since, child. What is it? I don't know what it is, Paulette, but congratulations. Thank you, the Purge, honey. And I was always, I'm going to tell you, I've been watching the Purge for years because it's been like 5 years since of doing it. That's when you getting up there and you dragging the hell out of people. They used to didn't even have no, they used to didn't give money out because he wanted it to be, that what can't nobody say, well, this one, you know, this one paid such and such and all that. So he didn't want that. But after a while, he went on and had cash prizes. And it's like the winner take all. Whoever won the purge would get $500. But, it's people study coming in throughout this 48 hours. And so Mahal, he won the purge. And to me, that was icing on the cake because uh, Dollar General, uh, uh, the Doctor General, the Dollar Store General, he hate my hair. He hate him with fierce hate. Okay, so my hair winning, that was the plus for me because I knew I wouldn't win because there was other people and stuff. I had no intentions of thinking I was gonna win the purge, but I didn't even go out and try to get nobody to vote in that final round, even though I was in the final round. I didn't go, I didn't come over to the B sector and say, hey, I'm in the final. Y'all please vote for him. I didn't do that. I made my point when I did him, when I took it from him, out of his grasp. It stunned him so hard that he couldn't participate right. He couldn't control himself after that. And he wound up getting disqualified because he kept doing that crazy stuff. And and the man to help would have to stop the damn program and explain stuff. And why complain and whine? You can talk about kids at the purge. Okay? That's not a rule. He talked about mine. I talked about him being an unfit daddy. I didn't talk about his kids. I talked about him abandoning his seed, okay? And not giving a fuck where they at now. Leaving the state that they're in and haven't been back because he got warrants. So that's keeping you from your children. That's no excuse. It's no excuse not to see your children for years. And you got minors. You got some grown, but you got minors. So they gonna be just on hold until you decide to. Yeah, 19 of them out here in this cold world. Some of them in the system, some of them locked up, some of them in the college, and then you got the young ones that's underage. They in foster care. When he left, when he left Northeast of South Carolina to go to St. Louis, because that's where Eve took him to, because that's where she's from. He had warrants out on him when he left. He's not leaving St. Louis because he's on parole for 7 years. Because he messed up when he got up there, when he jumped on Eve, choked her out, all that kind of stuff. Breaking in our house. When you put a person out, you get your keys back. But this nigga gonna go through her house where she didn't know it and leave some windows unlocked so he could get back in. And he come back in there and he jumped on her. And I think that was the time he played Russian roulette. Now he had a whole lot of people on YouTube that believed his lies. Like she put the police on him for nothing. He didn't jump on her. But that's not the truth. He jumped on that woman. He had her running down the street. She ran to her neighbor's house, which is on ring camera, like they doorbell. They got her on there running up to them people's house, beating on their door. And when they open the door, she run in the house. But see them people that support him, they saying she lying. They saying that she could leave anytime. Cause like when he made her get in her car, and cause he did it a couple of times, and one of the times he made her get in her car, and I don't know where he was gonna make her take him to. And I don't know what he would have done to her whenever they got there. And when she was trying to bag out, the police pulled up. And then she jumped out the car and ran to them. And then, like I said, another time he had ran her out. He would run after her outside. She trying to get away from him. I think that's the time he had the gun. And she beat on her neighbor's door until they, when they come in the door, she like ran in their house for protection. Now that's on they ring cam. And then he came to the house one time and she maced him. You know how it's some people that like a run over a woman. The only way that you'll sometimes the only way you can get them to leave you alone is sometimes you have to hurt them. And then most time when you hurt them, you wind up going to jail or prison. Depends on how bad you hurt them or if you unalive. I've seen it before. That's why I don't play with that kind of shit. That domestic violence, nope. We ain't got to do all that to get along. Or if I got to, I'm gonna get the hell away from you, and you stay the hell away from me. But when they went to court, because Eve had dropped the charges, they say. Now I don't know how true it is. I have not asked her. But the state took it up. So I could drop charges on you all day. But a lot of times these states are picking them up because domestic violence is very bad. and they just don't look good. They ain't don't look that good. The law don't, because there's so many mothers and dads that have been taken from their children due to this. So that's why they really strict on locking that bitch up now when they do it. Like if you do something, you have to go to anger management. Hey, Lady Dimples, you been being bad again. Lady Dimples. Lady Dimples, you been bad again. Child, you always up some bullshit. I love it. Keep doing you and having fun, child. But Dimples, I beat out Donald Goins in the Purge, child. I'm the first ever B-sector content creator that won around over there, and I won it on DG Head, girl. And child, all kind of people was jumping on me. I'm gonna read the list of the people that was jumping on me over there at the Purge. Child, they as player haters bad. You get to see who all don't like you. You know. Ooh, child, they was coming out the top ropes on my head. Okay, now the people straight like that. King James, Woo, Sherry Flawless Berry, Mr. West, this lady named Happy, OG Bobby Johnson, and DG. That's 8 people, y'all. Ain't that a lot of people for one person? It's 4 rounds. It's 4 rounds. Yeah, I won 1 round, but it's 4. And the people that's the top winners, like each person that won a round, then at when the last round is over, then they vote. And whoever get the most votes, they win the money. And it was $500. But honey, I did what I had to do. I wasn't trying to win no money. I was just trying to get, take care of Dollar Store General. And I did that. Okay. Girl, he was madder than hell. He was out of his body. I got him out of his body. I got Woo out of her body. And I got King James out of his body, child. Do y'all hear me? And DG been crying like a hoe, whining like a hoe every since. DG, I was gonna leave you alone, but you was lying. And then you went over there, got disqualified, child, and went over to the ship and thought he was gonna get to sit over there with them lies. I went over there and left the Purge and seen who was live, and the captain was live, and he had his black ass up on that panel. And I went over there, and me and him went at it for about an hour. And the captain just got tired. He said, "Look, I'm gonna go eat out. I don't want to do this no more." And I said, "Okay, Captain, bye." And then Dollar Store General, he kept on talking and whining like a hoe. And the captain just finally said, "Bye, honey." Yeah. You think I was gonna let you get away with them lies? Not on no panels, you wasn't. I wasn't gonna allow it. You always talking about you bodied somebody. You ain't bodied nothing. And like I said, you ain't bodied nothing in the beef sector. You ain't bodied none of the gays over here. You ain't bodied none of the transsexuals over here. You ain't bodied the cross dressers over here. You ain't bodied no drag queens over here. You ain't bodied no girly boys over here. You ain't did shit. but lie. And YouTube cameras, if you don't keep that heathen off your panel, he's gonna destroy your channel. But you do what you want to do. That's your shit. But honey, you don't get rid of that zero. You're gonna lose all your support, and you know how hard it was for you to get the support from over here. And it's just being truthful. You whined when Ronnie Q started going live in the mornings, and Ronnie Q stopped because she have things to do. I don't know what it is, and I don't care. And then she talks about politics when she do come on. You cried and whined when Binary started back going lives in the morning. You called your mods out for going over to his lives. You have been whining and crying like a hoe, just like him. And you gonna keep letting that man come over and insult the beef sector. The beef sector gonna quit fucking with you, and you know how long it took for the beef sector to start fucking with you. You done got too big for your britches, young lady. You gonna wind up. Well, you can't go back over to DG's because they don't like you. Don't none of them people over there like you. And when you go over there trying to, clear your name about stuff, he cusses you out like a hoe and and let people over there talk about you like a hoe. But keep on. You're gonna be right back down to where you don't work. And your ass just gonna be out there in the wind, bitch. But keep doing you. Keep letting that nigga come over there. Keep letting him come up on that panel and disrespect the guy. The beef sector is full of gays. The beef sector friendly. And the gays got the power over in the beef sector. And can't be no plainer than that. They got the power. It is what it is. Can't split no plainer than that. Hey, Cole's World. Hey, 2300 Jackson Street is always home. But yeah, honey, I won me around at that damn Purge, and I used to be so scared to go up there. And I tried to get my feet wet a couple of years ago a little bit. And so I wasn't scared to go up there this time. And plus I was getting called out. You damn near have to go up there when you're getting called out the chat down there, because that's when people call you out at the Purge. Either you stay in the clouds and wait and then come down. Sometimes the people wait till the other one left and stuff like that. But honey, I wasn't ready to leave. I had just got to the Purge, and he gonna call me out, and I answer. And I will again, DG. And you threaten my grandchildren. You threaten to dox my family. You threaten everything. Everything you can think of, he threatened me with. Everything. Sent his workers out for me. Sherry Berry got up there and called me out. I had to get up there and drag her ass. And then, this lady named Honey got into it. I don't know that bitch, but I drug her too. And she shut the fuck up. But DG, you got a bunch of losers that follow you. You got a bunch of people that like to dog pile on people. You got a bunch of people that do dirty things to folks, and then they cry like a hoe, just like you. And when, like I told you, when you threatened me with violence, I told you I would put the police in your life. I've told you that before. And I told you I would call your probation officer. Why you start whining and crying and calling me the goddamn police, I don't know. Because your crew is the main police call. The police, CPS, do every goddamn thing else you can do to a person. And y'all even put people in jail. Y'all even put people in jail. I ain't put nobody in jail. But if it ain't my problem that you on probation for 7 years. And like I told you, nigga, I got 7 years to play with you. If I don't die, you know. But we all gotta go. But look, I'm not the only person that you be into it that can call your PO. Anybody can call your PO. It's not against the law. Y'all, why y'all making such a big deal? When y'all fight dirty as hell. That's what I want to know. What's so different about you having to go to jail and y'all be putting these mothers in jail that got small children? 88 in jail now. Didn't care about cooling, having kids. Had her locked up. She was locked up last Christmas. Make it make sense. And then I don't want nobody approaching me about what if it's on him or put them damn PO in his life until you address them bitches that already done put the people in jail and be calling the damn police and the child enforcement and all that and adult protective services and all that. Until you address all them motherfuckers, don't say shit to me. I do what the hell I want to do. And it ain't never been against the law to call the police. It ain't never been against the law to call the PO. Like he said, he got lawyers. But your lawyer can't do you no good if you break your parole. Ain't nobody can do you no good. You have rules and regulations to follow. And you was on here last week, almost ODing on live. And you know you have to take drug tests. The PO can drug test you every month if they want to. I ain't contacted them yet. But when I do, I will let you know. But I believe you're going to let me know because your PO is going to call you up in that damn office. And you're going to have some explaining to do. They're going to ask you questions. You need to leave me alone, boy, before we get any rougher than this. Because I can make it a whole lot rougher on you than you can ever do to me. You will never have that power over me in your whole miserable life. You will never have that power over me. Hey, but I got that power over you for 7 years. My family got that power over you for 7 years. If I let them motherfuckers loose, ain't no telling what might happen. Okay. Okay. Your law, you can't do a damn thing. And then I have a sister that's just a genius. And she loves shit like this. I ain't put her out here on nobody. But this shit, she would love to do bask in it. She would bask in it. She's retired now too. She got that. Hey, she just that damn petty. She'll contact that PO so many times and email them so many times. They'll lock you up just to make her leave you like make her leave them alone. She that petty. Do y'all hear me? I got a sister that's so damn petty. She'll call, keep calling their boss and they boss is boss, like all the way up to whoever over the whole state. And she know every damn kind of office it is because she retired from the state. So she know every goddamn office it is that's related to the state, That's what when she graduated from college, that's what she went into is state work. And she got she know who to contact, all of that. If you got any questions on what office you need to call for such and such, she would know it by heart. She could tell you. Oh Lord. Yeah, big baby still in jail. See what I'm saying? They ain't caring about her baby. And you know that little boy miss his mama. Okay? But it's all for the best. This will be behind her when she get out. You know. But they're not caring nothing about her. They're not caring nothing about her being with her child for this Christmas that just passed. And then, she missing milestones on what he's learning, like to walk, different words he's saying. She don't get to experience that unless it's on the phone, like for 15 minutes. She when he crying, she can't go get her child. So you think I feel sorry for that nigga? I ain't even been to his channel to hear what he been saying. People been telling me how he been crying and whining and bitching and complaining. But he knew that $500 was his. Cause see, my hair don't really go to the purge. It's a lot of like big lag. The people he was calling out, the only one that goes to the purge is me. I go there. I be there the whole weekend. When he had a purge. But and he kept calling people out, and they start hitting the link. And then when my hair then was dragging so bad, cause he got put at he got disqualified before my hair in the stage. But other people was into it. Everybody dragging, everybody doing what they had to do. And then Sherry Berry started sending in money to get, because like if you send like $50 a certain amounts, you can get a person bought off the panel. Like if they up there tearing people up, you could buy them down for so long. Well, see, Sherry Berry started buying Mahia down at the end, so Mahia couldn't win. And then other people started running up there hitting the panel. And buying IGDT down and stuff, because they could drag. But then people was buying them back up. So, it was like that up and down thing. But yeah, Mahia got that $500, honey. DG, I told you not that you weren't gonna win. I told you. And you got yourself disqualified. You knock yourself all the way out the money. All the way out like a fool. And you had support there. But you didn't care about that support. And child, they say he been talked to like Sherry Berry that he cussed her out. He been cussing them people out on that's been his supporters. He been ever since he lost that goddamn purge, got disqualified, he been talking to them like a dog. His supporters and throwing them out. That's what they saying now. I don't know. But I'm going by what they saying out here in the YouTube sphere. That he is cussing the people that supported him, that like Sherry Berry, one of the main supporters, because she paid like $150 like to get my hair down. And that's a lot of money. She even paid to get my 5 cent. She bought her down. And she was the co-host. Bought her down for $50. you know. And then yesterday I was over on Kick with Lack, I was over there and they was discussing everything about the purge and this and that. Well, here she come. Cause I was in the chat and she up there calling me out and stuff. I did not hit that link. I was not gonna be bothered with that. You know, I let her do her. I argue with her when I want to. I did enough that day on the purge. I didn't feel like arguing with her last night, so I didn't go up there. I was at his live, the whole live, but honey, I ain't have time for that. And I think somebody wound up. I don't. Some different ones got up there and drug her, and I can't remember if she left on her own. I think she slid out the door silently because something else got popped off, and she slinked off the stage and left. But honey, she kept calling me up there. I wasn't going up there. I didn't feel like going up there. I drug at the purge, and I drug at the captain. What more you want? Y'all gonna do nothing but lie like y'all like you bothered me and you didn't. You ain't bothered me and your leader didn't bother me. Okay. But I had a ball, guys. And like I said, whenever he put that up, um, you'll see the part that he have to clip. You'll see how, because I'm sure they're gonna have some me and his drag on there, and you'll see I'm calm. He's out of his body. And King James, he was out of his body. Like I say, you need to know your opponent, and sometimes even when you don't know them, you just have to get scratch the best you can when you don't know them. But when you know your opponent, which I know my opponents, and I hit them with the facts of their life. Like Wu, she jumped on me. I had to get her off of me, and I talked about her parenting. I told her about her not. She got kids that now her kids say she got 12, but out of 12 she got one. So you can't talk to me about a goddamn thing. You didn't even left your kids on the porch and left them. See, that's how what kind of ain't shit mama she is. You see what I'm saying? And she don't like that. She started saying I was talking about her kids. Bitch, I was not talking about your children. I was talking about you. I said your daughter said that you ruined her life. That was on a recording that was done years ago. And somebody played it last week or the week before last, child. And that girl said Wu ruined her life. She also said that her mother, which is Wu, was trying to get her to drink with her and was trying to get her high with her. It come out of her child mouth. That's not talking about her child. Her child was telling the YouTube what her mama did to her. That ain't talking about that child. I'm repeating what that damn child said. Okay? And she was lying like I was talking about her kids. I wasn't talking about her kids. She was talking about mine, though. Just like DG was. And I had to let them have it with both barrels. And I wasn't lying. I wasn't loud roasting. King James, I did him the same way. He got mad because I let it be known that he pulled up to a fight with a GUN and had his son with him. Now, what kind of bullshit is that? What if the person he pulled up on decided to start shooting? Why come he didn't drop his son off at school and then go do the pull up? Why you got to go swing by the pull up with your child in the car and then after you leave there, take the kid to school? That's ass backwards. Like I told him, he unfit too. And he was out of his body. What was it? John, King James, I ain't studying you. I don't even know why you over here. You ain't never been over here. I don't know. But like I said, you want to talk about Harriet Tubman and singing them old Negro spirituals, which is why they got, that's how your granddad and your grandmama and your great granddaddy got through their day, was them very spirituals y'all talk about. Harriet Tubman is the reason that a lot of, it had something to do with a lot of these black people that's in this damn chat that like to bring up Harriet Tubman and slave food and all that kind of bullshit. Your family survived on that shit. What is funny about that? What is funny about the Underground Railroad when somebody was trying to get to their freedom from being in bondage? What's funny about that? What's funny about being a goddamn slave? What's funny about singing uh, uh Negro, songs? That ain't no drag. It's highly offensive, if you ask me. That's not a dig on how your ancestors had to survive, to breathe air and not get beat to death and hung, boiled while you're still alive, getting your balls and dicks cut off, having babies with people that you don't want, and getting your baby sold from you. What's funny about that? Being a slave, that's real funny, ain't it? Eating slave food, real funny. Some things ain't funny. A lot of things ain't funny. You see what I'm saying? But these people, they drag you with that bullshit in it. But I don't drag like that. I don't play with Emmett Till and Harriet and none of them. And plus the unknowns out there that died in a foreign country. Had to selling your babies and selling you. Ain't nothing funny about that. What's something funny about being a slave child? But when you're uneducated on your history, on what they did to your ancestors, you say bullshit in it like that. It should have been 2,000 Harriet Tubmans running through them goddamn woods trying to get people out of there. Okay? It should have been a whole bunch of Nat Turners that was out there burning up plantations, causing revolts. It should have been all the plantations should have got burnt down. It shouldn't have just been a few that had the balls to revolt, that knew their life was going to be over because I'm finna take care of my business. I don't give a damn no more. I'm ready to die. It ain't very many people like that. I'm proud of them people. I'm proud of Harriet for running and then getting up north and then coming back south, down south to get some more of her people to take them to freedom. I'm happy. Thank y'all for calling me Harriet Tubman. Thank y'all for telling me I talk like a slave. Okay? Yeah, yeah, my hair. I won that round. I took that money from that nigga. He got disqualified, child, because he couldn't take it. I drug him with the facts of his life. I forgot to go out and try to get people to come vote for me on that final round. I really did. Because I knew my head was, hey, by him winning that money, that he won the, but him and his family won the Halloween contest. That was 1,500, y'all. Then he turned around and won that 500. It's so many people mad at him for that. 20 hey, 2026 gonna be Mahia and IGT year. They gonna win every damn contest they come through there. IGT already said she gonna get in them all. Okay. Yeah, the what he called himself? I mean, I wrote down in my thing his new name. I want to let y'all know what Mahia new name is. Wait a minute. I wrote it down. Purge God. That's his new name. You know, he want everybody to start calling him the Purge God. I also have another announcement on a person that wants to be called a new name. King Lemon is KIIING. And it's a hard G, like King Lemon. And he has some other stuff to go through, but I told him I can't remember all that shit. Remembering King Lemon with three eyes is enough. But he changed his name. He did that last night about 4 o'clock in the morning. And another thing, um, Rob Reck failed at the purge and hit his head. And he thought it was so funny. He laughed about 15 minutes about it. And he also did a drunk drive again. He got in his goddamn car and he was drunk driving last, on the purge. Okay. Um, Let me see. Bahia gave King James another nickname. He called him Trick James. OG Bobby Johnson, he had a problem because there was a lot of complaining and whining at the purge. Now he won the last purge, which was in October. I think it was the Halloween purge. He won it. He won $500, but it must have been some lightweights in there because I couldn't believe he won it. But that will never happen again for him. But OG Bobby Johnson was another one of the people that attacked me in the purge. Mr. West, would he be in the beef sector all the time? He attacked me in the purge out of nowhere. Um, Mr. West, I also let because I don't know if you and Snoop are dating, but I know she care a lot about you because I asked her last night at Lemons. I did let her know how you jumped on me at the purge. You gangbanged me out of nowhere. And I told her, if like she said, well, let me talk to him before you get on him. She said that to me. She was gonna talk to you. But let me tell you one damn thing. If you ever do that again, I'm gonna come at your ass as hard as I am DG. You're gonna be out your body just like him. You're gonna be upset for days and days and days. And then I'm gonna get you a goddamn again. It's gonna be up and stuck, Mr. West. And I ain't gonna let you loose, cause just like I ain't letting DG loose. It is what it is. And you get mad as you want to. I don't give a damn. But you had no right to do me like that. And like I said, the way you like to be sector bitch, but you got beside your goddamn self. And you know you when I first started going live, you begged to get on my panel, bitch. And I told you I don't really fool with you because I see how you be running out here in these goddamn streets. You understand? No, I wouldn't do nothing like that. Yeah, you would. I knew it. You did it at the purge, bitch. Um, And of course, OG Bobby Johnson didn't win. Another thing, Lack, and I could hear Lack, but some kind of way people weren't hearing him or something. Well, child, Lex say that ain't gonna happen no damn more. Whatever will happen, he went straight to the store and bought him a goddamn mic when the store opened the next day. And he was over there with his mic last night over there at his channel, and I was hollering. He was making sure everybody could hear him. And Aunt came by to visit over the night with Lex. And he asked the questions about the purge and different things like that. And Aunt was explaining it, because see, a lot of people don't know what the purge is. A lot of people don't know the rules, which it ain't very many. But all that telling stuff that went on this time, that's some weak sauce, you know. And he explained everything. Any questions people had. So like if you ever see him out moving around on YouTube, or either you can go to his channel to ask questions, like if somebody's interested in the purge that don't know very much about it, you can go by his channel. And then on the what little rules that he do have, he had that on the flyer. Like you can't be pulling out GUNs and no nudity, because some people was pulling their things out or their titties. Some people pulling GUNs. Um, that's about it. It really not very many rules, but children and dead are not in the category of a rule at the purge. And no telling, he don't want to have to do that all night. Um, you know, so. And if you can't hang, ain't no sense in getting in the purge. Because if it by the name of it being the purge, they pushing it to the limit. So why be whining like a hoe? You know. If you ain't never seen the Purge movie, you need to sit down and watch the shit. Because there's so many hours that you get to be out in the world and you can do whatever the hell you want to do and not get arrested for it, okay? Murder, you can do all that on the Purge. Okay? And another thing that, like the last time I went live, I had this in my notes and I forgot to talk about it. I don't know if you guys remember MC Shaky. Well, he's out, y'all. And I seen he was out like over a week ago. And when I went live the last time, I forgot to say it. Well, I noticed he popped up on my timeline. And I thought he was like making another video in prison. But no, he was out. And, he did a live about, he had an interview for a job, but he don't think he got the job. He was kind of down. But MC Shake, now you know what you went to prison for. You've been in prison for that before, like messing with people's money, and you turn around and did it again. I highly doubt you're gonna get a job in that field again. And I don't know why you keep trying. I don't know why that's the first kind of job you went for. Ain't nobody gonna give you access to their goddamn money then. You could just forget that. And the last victim was black. They gave you a chance when nobody else wouldn't give you a chance. And you stole from them. And you stole some big money. I'm surprised you got out the pen fast as you did. I don't get it. But I know you got a big old fine you got to pay, because you have to get them people some of that money back. You'll never be able to get it all back while you live it. But, I don't care how educated you say you are and all that. You ruined that. You may well find something else, go back to school, do something else. Because like I said, I wouldn't that the person that let you be over their money this last time was crazy, but they was just giving you a chance. Want to help a black man out. He made a mistake. And what did you do? You pay them back by stealing their money. But he got that whining spirit on him right now about not getting that job that he wanted. Well, like I said, you need to you need to go to a factory, or you need to get your ass out there on some roofs or construction or something like that. Because as far as being over finances again, you can forget that. And plus, you was blessed to get another opportunity. And I don't see nobody getting you that kind of power again with their money. You know, and I just hate you did that. So I don't feel sorry for him. You know, I don't feel sorry for him. Hey, boss lady. Yeah, because like I said, he had went to prison before for like that embezzling stuff, and then when he got out, some black people had like a business and gave him a chance. With like the finances, and he paid them back by stealing, and not no little stealing, not little stealing, big stealing. Yeah, somebody that wanted to get him a chance. But like I said, if you got a if you got the education with like the finance stuff, you're gonna get paid good money anyway. Yeah, I know me and Stoop is good, but I didn't want to have to go. I didn't want to be dragging him, and she didn't know why I was dragging him and create a problem with us. And so that's why I addressed her last night at Lemon. I was really happy to see her over there, and I happened to be on the panel when she hit the panel. And I let her and Lemon talk what they had to talk about, and then I say, "Well, don't drop down. I got something to talk to you about before you leave." And then I went back on mute, and they got through talking. Then that's when I let her know about his behavior toward me, and she told me this don't that she would handle it. She would talk to him, and it shouldn't have to go any farther. Because I don't want to get into it with her, and I don't over him. I don't want her to put her in that position to have to make a choice like that. You know, I don't think that's fair. Hey, Lady Silver Fox, child. Hey, E and J. Yeah, he the purge god, y'all. but hey. Hey, Linda B. Child. And he may as well gloat. Everybody else gloat. Why come my hair can't gloat? Now they say he a crybaby. And he did that. So y'all ain't got to hear him being a crybaby. That's why he had to come out here and get the purge, win the purge. Okay. And you have to bow down to the God. Pray to the God. Pray to the God that you'll be strong enough to win the purge. Because you have to be strong to win the purge. Okay? You can't be weak and win the purge. You can't be weak and win around at the purge like I did. You know what I'm saying? Like me. You just have to get up there and do it, honey. When you get called out, you have to get up there and regulate. When you ain't bothered nobody, they calling you all up. They're calling you all. You better not. I bet you won't hit this goddamn link. Come up here so I can drag your ass. Then when you get up there, then they be whining like a hoe, crying like a hoe. Hey, the DM show. Yeah, I had my life. You hear me? I got my life. Mahaya, Mahaya, Mahaya. Another victory. Yeah. These folks, mm, they play too damn much. Yeah, they play too damn much. Then when you play back, then they want to get out. Then they want to cry and shit. Then they want to get out of their body. Then they want to lie and stuff. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you this what I seen, because I really haven't been over here in the B Center a lot, because I am addicted to Twitch. And I'm addicted to Quick. And then like over there on them, they be doing them extremely long lives and they be popping and stuff. And then you don't have to deal with a lot of riffraff that unnecessary, that trash that blows through some of these channels from time to time. You don't have to deal with that bullshit. Right now, it's like that. And all that striking and shit that they be doing over here on YouTube, you ain't got to deal with that shit over there. Plus, you can push you can push it a little farther than over here. You have more freedom as a content creator and as subscribers. If you want to get on the panel and drag and write stuff in the chat and all that, you got more freedom on Kick and on Twitch. Now, to me, Kick has more freedom than Twitch does. But now they say that Twitch is where the money at. Another thing on the Twitch is that some of the content creators that are gamers also they get money on playing games, and plus they get money for doing content on Twitch. So that's a win-win. You know. And I'm Twitch, I'm really excited about it. I really enjoy Twitch, and I'm really enjoying Kick. And that's why I don't be over here on YouTube a lot, because I be over there. And like I say, those lives be long. They be doing all kind of stuff. Man, it's the same thing as YouTube, but like I said, it's not as many rules. And then a lot of people don't know about Twitch, or they don't want to go to another app. They don't want to try to go to Twitch or try to go to Kick and these other apps out there. But I don't see nothing wrong with it, especially if it's getting hard on you on your journey as being a content creator. If they keep striking you out and shit, why stay? Let them have that app. Let them have YouTube. And so that's what a lot of people are doing. That's over there on Twitch. They just saying, forget YouTube. But then it's others that doing YouTube, Twitch. They're doing it all. They're doing every one of them. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. If you can get paid, get paid. And see, like I said, I get off into that Twitch commentary or whatever's going on over there, and I forget to come back to YouTube to get commentary on the beef sector. So that's been a problem. But I'm gonna try to get through with that. Another thing I found out about, I watched Lemons the other night. I had been missing lives, and so I had a little while to, try to catch up on some things. And it's something about VS. Octavius was on the panel, and he said something about a picture. I didn't get it, but he said, "Yeah, I had a picture, and I sent it to Tracy know about it, and Lemon know about it." and somebody else. And I was saying, BS, a picture. And I couldn't see what the big deal was it about, but it's not for me to see because VS always cammed up. She showed pictures of her older pictures of herself, like when she was in the military, uh, and before the military. So I was puzzled, and I'm still puzzled on why there was an issue with this picture that's floating around. And so Lemon says, started talking about it on the panel that night when Octavia started talking about it. And Lemon said, I told you, man, I don't want to be involved in this shit. I ain't got nothing against BS, and I don't want to be in that bullshit. And I understand that. It's not that Lemon's scared of VS. VS is doing her own thing. You know, Lemon ain't got no reason to go with her. And if somebody send you a damn picture of somebody, that's out of your control. But for them to it seemed like it was a iffy thing. I don't know why, but Octavius, you should not have sent nobody that picture. You should have just left that shit alone. Cause BS ain't bothering y'all, and y'all don't need to bother her. And if y'all got hold to an old ass picture of her, so what? The B sector don't give a damn. We seen all kind of pictures of her throughout the years and her on camera. So that's unnecessary stuff with that. I don't get it. I tried to get it last night because like Lemon and Octavius had words last night. Because now I'm jumping up to last night what happened. And Lemon started discussing that. He was saying that VS had did some kind of community post, and she said, allegedly, he said that she said, "Thank you," like to the beef sector, everybody exclude except Lemon. So I'm thinking that BS think that he has something to do with that picture, but he didn't have nothing to do with that BS. Just don't be hard on him. He wasn't trying to be messy. He got sent the information, and it's not a nude picture. He said it's like a glamour shots. Like back in the day when they used to do glamour shots. So it's an older picture of the glamour shot stuff. But the excuse that Octavius is giving, I just don't understand it. Because he's saying might have they might have contacted each other on damn, I can't think of Planet, whatever, Planet World, or I can't think of two like before YouTube was created. Some of them websites that damn, I can't think of. I should have put it in my notes. I forgot to put in it. Planet. Well, let me. Well, back some websites that people don't really use anymore, and like people didn't really have cell phone. When they were doing them glamour shots, you was going like to a like on the mall. They would have like little booths set up, and you can go in there and do glamour shots. They would like fix your hair, put a little makeup on you, maybe a nice top or something like that, and then they would just make you over, and then take a pretty picture of you. And it was a big thing back in the day. I don't even think they have glamour shots anymore. I think they kind of call it makeovers or something now. But I don't. And see, Lemon don't want his name involved in nothing like that. He don't want a picture be painted like maybe in BS mind that it's some that he got something to do with going at her. And I understand that, but I can't understand why Octavius was sending that picture out. I don't get it. But allegedly, all of this started over at Kiki's, allegedly. She went on another bender, and they said she did a sloppy drunk live, which she do though. She always have done them. Ain't nothing gonna change with her. She gets drunk on here. I mean, sloppy drunk, and then she get the wine and talking about things that's going on with her. Some of the shit be in her mind, and some of it be true. And she did that kind of live, and then she went to sleep on it while she was live. Would she have done that a 50 times? It's nothing new when she do shit like this. Well, evidently, now Octavius and Kiki, now as far as the YouTube know, they not together anymore. But uh he still is her like administrative mod or whatever they call it. The mod that can do changes, they have more freedom with the panel than normal mod. Managing mod, I think that's what they call it. Well, he can stop her lives, start the lives, and do things like that. Well, I guess he stopped that live and got rid of it or whatever. And then some kind of way this picture came up, but when then that happened. But I don't understand why he sent that to them. I can't get that. In some kind of way, the rumor got now Dimples. Now this is to you, child. Now this is why I said you being bad again. Dimples girl, they said you said it was a new picture of VS. That's what they said that you said over there on Honors girl. And you got to be such a talking, honey. And that's what the news shit come from. They say Dimples put that out, child, on her mama VS. And I know that made VS go through the roof. But actually, really, VS ever done nothing like that. She ain't never been no rumor, no new photos of her been out ever since YouTube that I've been knowing her on YouTube. Ain't nothing ever been put out on her like that. And so I was like, a new fellow. I was, I didn't believe that, you know, because BS been out here too long than to make a dumb move like that. She ain't gonna never let nobody have no power over her like that with a new picture of her. She just ain't gonna do it. Because she not an amateur at YouTube, okay? And so I think that's what got VS mad. Yeah, I think Lemon need to come to Twitch, but I don't think he will because I think he don't like to try new things. And some people don't. But to me, the way they messing with his channel, I'd go to Twitch. That's what Broadway did because see, they kept messing with his channel, striking him and stuff. But they still do strike him. Over here on YouTube, they try to strike him. But see, he don't keep he stopped the live. Like when he be on YouTube, when the live start picking up and people start dragging each other, he'll stop the one on YouTube and just be on Twitch. Now Mahaya, he's still on YouTube and Twitch, but he have come to Twitch now. But he's still his the one that he really pushing is Everything News. Now that's still on YouTube, and they have a mess with that because it's a whole different crowd, and he got a whole big following over there. I think he got to like 58,000 people that subscribe, something like that. And he don't discuss the riffraff like the dragon and all that. That's not going to be done on that Everything News. He keep you up with the latest like in entertainment, the world. He talk about a lot of stuff, different trials that's going on. You know, this is, this the one that he really pushing. So they can't strike it because he ain't doing nothing that's strikeable. You know, and he did that, and I think that was the best for him. But I think that he should also put everything news on Twitch and YouTube. Keep doing the YouTube like he's doing it, but just when he live on YouTube with the everything news is to do everything news over there on Twitch. But he say he don't want to cloud the water with that his money. You know, that one that got all them subscribers on it. He don't want to have no kind of riffraff on that channel, and I understand it if he don't come to Twitch with it. You know, because see, them haters are now they coming over there to Twitch and stuff. So I don't know. I don't think they could do any damage on Twitch to Broadway or Mexia, but you never know. Um, but right now everything looks like it's going smooth for Mexia and 357 over there. They doing really well. Um, you know, it is what it is. But not Transparent Talk is on Twitch. DG over there. Uh, Josh World is over there. Jackie and Big Baby are over there. There's a lot of people over there on Twitch. More people are trying Twitch, and I think it's cool. China, big MF in China, she's over there. Lack he got put off before he got on it, y'all. I think Lack can't come back, try to get back on Twitch until 2026 or something like that, y'all. And Lack, I think the way he got put off is due to dragging a dog. I think the PETA people, whatever he said about a dog, the PETA people, they say them dog people got Lack. He have tried to sneak back in there a couple of times, and they still say no. So he gonna wait at the time that they told him he have to wait, and then he can start back going live on Twitch. But child, that go crazy sometime, and he messed himself up Twitch as soon as he started going on Twitch. Hey, Brenda. But yeah, that Lack, I like Lack a lot. I really do. Yep, I like Lack a lot. Most they just like the full of psychopaths and sociopaths. And I'm gonna tell you what OG Bobby Johnson did, child, last week. It was over in the night, and my hair, he one of his nights when he was live. OG Bobby Johnson got his nasty ass up there on the hair panel and say that he was in a bed with a woman and wound up having a bug on him like a roach or something, a bed bug, I don't know, or crabs. I don't know what it was, y'all. But he is that. He's so trifling. You'll go and lay up with a woman you don't know nothing about, and then come to YouTube whining and complaining because you got a bug on you. You ought to been knowing that woman had bugs. You can't hide roaches and shit like that. And people do have bed bugs, and some people do have roaches. So I believe that's just a woman you picked up or somebody you followed home. And I know I believe you'll do it with anybody because you and Gina was behind stage, and nigga, she done sent a picture of you laying on your back on a raggedy bed, bucket naked, doing you know what to yourself. Just a freak, a trick. And Gina put the picture out, y'all. Now, the men are not the only ones that expose nudes in the Mo3 sector. The women also do it because Gina did it not long ago. Yeah, they'll lay down with anything. Now I have to tell y'all this. Now y'all know Gina have a man that she moved in with her. Well, you know how your man, well, her man ever allegedly, he works and whatever he work, he be gone some days. Now, when the last time that nigga went to work, he was gone so many days, and when he come back to her house, child, he didn't come alone. He had his brother, child. His brother done moved in with her. This nigga ain't got no job. He ain't got nothing but his black ass. Now, where I, from listening to her conversation, I think that when he went to work that last time, whatever he did, whatever he be going, he swung through by, because I think he had to go to Florida, something. But I think he went by Louisiana and picked him up. And come to find out, he had been out of prison, from what I'm gleaming, for like a month. He stayed with his mama for a month when he got out. And then Gina man swung through there and picked him up and brought him to Gina's house. And when she started describing him, she said he ain't scared of no police. He don't like no police. And this and that. So he got to be either on the run or something like that. You know, if he don't like the police, he'll do something to the police and all that kind of stuff. That's how she talking. He crazy. Why would you want somebody like that in your house? He bought his dad, he bought his brother there like how a kid will bring a dog to your house and you tell him get that dog away from my house, like bring a stray home. That's what he done. That ain't the kicker. Now Christmas Day, you know how everybody celebrating. Honey, Gina tried to put her Nola man on her screen when he was walking through the room. Allegedly, he knocked her phone out her hand, y'all. Now I don't know what the man did, but it was some noise. Okay, you know, noise going on, and then she kept on. Then she finally turned it back on, and she was going in the kitchen to show what she had cooked them for Christmas. But it was some enchiladas, child. And it looked like it was just something with some melted cheese, you know, cheese slices on top of it. It looked like it was dry, and it was cut like you cut it like a cake, a square cake, or either a pan of cornbread that's square. They cut pieces out like that, but it did not look appealing at all. Gina, you really ought to be ashamed of yourself. And you say you half Hispanic. That was garbage. Every time you show what you cook, it's garbage. You need to take time to learn how to cook. Get a goddamn cookbook. Is all you know how to do is open your legs? That's all you know how to do? Is that all you think you're good at? But y'all, I believe that Gina gonna wind up having relations with her man brother, because see she do shit like that. Cause you know she laid up with her brother-in-law and her uncle and stuff like this, so she'll do anything. And Gina like to strip naked. I believe she gonna be drunk or high and strip naked in front of that man, and him and her gonna have sex. You know, and he ain't gonna turn it down. And another thing, now this man's supposed to be just visiting, but he done moved in. I don't care what nobody say. He had enough nerve to lay up with a woman in Gina's house already. What kind of shit is that? Now that's some bullshit in it. He gonna he a stray and he gonna bring a stray home. Now they say this stray that he bought home is a lady that lived down the street from from Gina. So I guess it's one of the neighbors or something. I don't know, but I heard that's what this person is a neighborhood lady. But Gina, that man ain't been here in your house a week, and he already laying up in your bed with another woman. Now, Gina, another thing, if he bringing whores up in your house for him, he'll bring a hoe up in your house for his brother. Gina, now do you know that he could be bringing that lady that he's supposed to lay it up with? He could have brought him in there for and said it was his woman when it was actually your man woman. You got a whore house, honey. You running a whole house. You got the trap over there, child. Do you hear me? That man that already took a woman up in that woman house, and he have not been there a week. Now she said he was gonna move out. He was like visiting. He's supposed to be gone like around the first of the year. I don't believe it. Another thing, when her Nola man knocked her phone out of her hand or snatched her phone, whatever he did, his brother sit there and he never moved. He didn't look shocked or nothing. Like when because when it showed when she got the phone back on the video, he was sitting like laying back in a chair, but it just laying there like relaxed, totally relaxed. And I said, look at that. I said, he ain't even jumped in, move or nothing. He just laid back. Honey, your man gonna be whooping you in front of your brother. He already showing out, child. Y'all tell both of them gonna be whooping her ass, y'all. I can't believe she that damn green. I can't believe she that damn dumb. And she have said this before. This ain't the first time she said this, but she said the other night that her man don't help her with no bills. I've always said that. He he can't stand the sight of Gina. He know Gina is desperate. It is what it is. It is what it is. But he don't pay no bills. I don't believe he got no job. Gina be telling damn lies. I don't think that man work. I really don't. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I don't think he work. I really don't. Because now all of a sudden, about a month ago, that's when he started like working out of town. It ain't adding up. It ain't adding up at all. And I knew he wasn't helping her when her phone got turned off or whatever happened with her phone. All right. Now, from my understanding, like when you got a phone and they happen to cut it off, all you got to do is turn your phone, pay your phone bill, and your phone get cut back on. Now she walked around here for like over a month, which supposed to have the bad service, which it was bad service, and then she had the phone. She got the where she was. You could hear her talking more plainer. She wasn't cutting in and out. But that was for like 24 hours. But then the phone went right back to doing what it was doing. And I believe that she was in a place where her phone would work for like so many hours that she was online. And then the next time, see, like when she went live the next day, she was going, the service wasn't like that. So I think that she was in a place that had a good service for a while, but then she left, and then whenever she would hit the panel after that, she be back to that faulty where you can't hear her and it's cutting in and out doing all that because her phone's still doing that. you know. So he ain't paying her Yeah, I know he ain't paying her phone bill, and her phone been down. Her phone been down ever since them people at that store, I think, grabbed it. And it's been going haywire ever since. And then, like I said, it came on good for one day because she hit my hair pound and told IGT and my hair they owed her some money to send her a super check because she got her phone on. And I was saying, what the hell that mean? Why would they pay her? I don't get that. But she thought they should give her some money because she got her phone back on, child. But and she blaming it on Verizon. She blaming it. She says saying too much shit. It don't make sense. And if it don't make sense, it's a lie. That's the way I feel about it on YouTube. Because if you got to think too hard about something, trying to put the pieces together in your head, ain't nobody retarded on here. And if you got to keep working shit around in your head trying to make it make sense when it don't, it's a lie. Hey, honey pot. Yeah, she fall for anything. And to be that old, it ain't no hope for her. G- About to say Gina running the man's home. And he cannot stand her, y'all. He can't stand the thought of her touching him. And I mean, it blows me away. Why would you have somebody in the house which you can't stand for you to touch them? Why would you have somebody, he won't even sleep in the same room with her, on the same floor with her? And like I say, they still in the honeymoon stage. He should be all over her. Can't keep his hands off of her. And she should be the same way with him. But it ain't been that way. And she always talking about he like the way he rocking out it. No, he don't. No, he don't. It's all this stuff is in her head, child. She just want to say she got a man. That's it. And it's women like that. They just want to say they got a man. And that my Nola man, and my Nola man, and my Nola man. Well, your Nola man, as soon as you said my Nola man, and that camera started going up, he did whatever he did to you. He shook your ass up real quick. You got up off of him too. She got up off of him. Hey, Angela White. Child. The things some of these people do on here. Hey, 3,000 degrees. Ooh, that's hot, child. Yeah, and y'all, he didn't even have decent shoes. She done bought him a pair of shoes. He got corns on the bottom of his feet. They've been showing his feet over there. He was laying on the couch one day, and somebody got a screenshot of him, of his feet. The bottom of his feet, they were dirty and had corns like on the bottom. I know them hurt when he walked. But she did. She said, "Honey, that's her Nola man." And you got your Nola man. You taking care of that Nola man and his brother. And then got a husband. Child, I wish, honey, you talking about throwing some bitches out the door. Everybody would have got thrown out. Hey, LG Beauty. Yeah, when I come, when I walked in there and seen a woman in there, child, I would have went to jail. I would have went to jail. I would have said, bitch, why you up here? Why he ain't at your house? Cause she ain't got now. You see what I'm saying? She ain't got now. She living with somebody too. Yeah. Gina that damn dumb. Got it where people coming in her house laying up. And she's supposed to be so educated. Yeah, she's supposed to be so smart. Yeah, she beautiful. Yeah, child, she's beautiful. Now let me pull this and see what else I seen out here. Now, hold up. Okay, now this is from the beef sector. I went by Teresa's one day. It's been a couple of days ago, and she said that New Mexico and called the popo on the pastor, and I don't know why. But the New Mexico, he like messing with black people. And if Pastor don't keep up with this, since he's reporting him to the police, he gonna do everything he can to get him locked up. He better keep an eye on that. He better keep an eye on that channel and see what that man up to. Or else you gonna wind up like Teresa did. He gonna wind up putting you in jail over lies, and it'll come out that it's lies. But hell, that's taking time out of your life being locked up for a couple of days. You know, because that's what Teresa, when she was in jail, costing him. She had to go before the judge before she could even be released from jail. And she got locked up like on Friday or something like that. So she couldn't get out until she went to see before the judge. And she didn't get to go before the judge until Monday. And Pastor, that same thing can happen to you. You need to keep an eye on his channel. While he moving and calling the police like he was doing Teresa, it's the same goddamn thing. And then he wound up coming to Texas to actually put the charges on her. And then they had a one out because they couldn't get in touch with her or whatever. And they put a warrant out for her. And then she was calling the police to her house for something, and she wound up getting locked up. And while Teresa was locked up, because they was talking about why don't the pieces get out of jail and this and that, the pieces couldn't do a goddamn thing to get Teresa out. Mama D tried to get Teresa out, and Mama D couldn't get out. She's a bail bondsman. She couldn't get out. She had to wait till that Monday to get before the judge. Well, in the meantime, when that was going on, child, I think I went over the S. Hutchinson channel. And I hit the link and we was talking, because they were discussing Teresa being in jail. And S. Hutchinson, when she got ready to go out, she said, Paul, I want you to stay up here. And I was so green, I didn't know nothing of what they be calling backstage. I never knew what it was. Well, then the next thing I know, after the live was over, then it was just me, her, and Vera Carey back there. And they was talking about how to get Tracy out, and they was thinking I knew how to get in touch with Tracy people, but I don't know how to get in touch with nobody people on here because I don't fool with nobody off of YouTube. And I don't be at that time I wasn't being behind the stage with nobody because I never knew what that was. And come to find out I was behind the stage because I went behind the stage with S. Hutchinson, and I didn't know that's what I was doing. Well, when we was back there, they were saying, asking me that I knew of anybody in her family, and I told them no, that I don't talk to nobody on here. And then Barry Carey said it. Well, I know she got a sister or something like that. And Barry Carey took it upon herself to contact Tracy people. I didn't have nothing to do with that shit. And Tracy ain't never said that Paulette contacted my what. Nah, it wasn't me. That was Barry Carey. As Barry Carey doxed her some kind of way and found out her sister or auntie, somebody in Tracy's family. That's how she wind up contacting them. And I'm so glad I wasn't in that bullshit, and because I wouldn't even, when they would say we're gonna meet such and such, or we're gonna do this, I would go the other goddamn way. Okay? Because I wasn't getting in that business. I wasn't gonna do that. And I didn't do it. But like I said, very careful the one doxed and found out that goddamn information. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, honey. And see, that's something that YouTube don't know, and I'm letting it be goddamn known. And Teresa can say the same thing, but I wasn't in that bullshit. She be telling us anything, y'all believe her. Yeah, I don't believe nobody on her child. Allegedly his brother. Exactly. Yeah, he was homeless. And then Dr. General, Dollar General, he said they said because they left him was laughing about it yesterday. And he said that he like just wanted to give up and that he was just gonna go live on the bridge. You gonna give up and go live on the bridge because you lost the purge? Ain't that weak? So you gonna go like I said, that apartment you live in is one step above the bridge. But you say you living in level luxury. I know you shine. I know you shine. Talking about they come out putting the police on me and this and that. No, when you threaten me, I told you what I would do. I haven't done it though. You're just a fool, and you don't know when to stop. And like I told you, you threaten me, you keep threatening me. I'm gonna put them folks in your life. And Vato over there on challenge yesterday telling me I need to get off of YouTube. Bitch, I don't need to get off. Why the fuck I got to get off of YouTube? Oh, so I supposed to just let him threaten me and threaten my people? Now, if I threaten to contact his goddamn kids or his motherfucking mama, but I don't say stuff like that. I'm not gonna call them and talk to. What I look like calling them talk about him? That's insane shit. I ain't insane. Why would that that don't even come in my mind to do? But see, he's so used to doing like that. And you tell everything. You are telltale. You tell on yourself. Like I said, I've been knowing your ass been striking. You and everybody you hang around with been striking. Y'all asses ain't getting struck. Everybody y'all don't like is getting struck. Can I get any plainer than that? Everybody going to jail, but y'all. Y'all picking. As soon as somebody threaten you, you get them locked up. I ain't that dumb. I ain't that damn dumb. I ain't never gonna threaten nobody on here. Cause I know y'all some low down bitches. But ain't nobody gonna be threatening me. Because I'm gonna do the police thing just like y'all do. I'm gonna do your thing. Just like y'all do. Y'all been doing it. Y'all done it to Jackie 1,000 times. Y'all done the pill thing with Jackie and Big Baby 1,000 times. Y'all done called the police on them 1,000 times. And y'all still picking. Y'all still calling the jail to make sure Big Baby in there. Y'all still going to different panels. Like at my house, is Big Baby still in jail? OG Bobby, that's you doing that. I'm putting a name on it. Because you heard a playback and heard Big Baby talking, you thought she was out of jail, you dumbass nigga. You was all over YouTube asking, is Big Baby out? Big Baby, I heard Big Baby out. That's some dumb shit. Big Baby ain't never did nothing to OG Bobby. He came into the Mo 3 sector messing with her and Jackie. What she do to y'all? Nothing. Jackie ain't did nothing to a lot of you motherfuckers that don't like her and been turning her in and doing everything y'all can to get her locked up. I told Jackie a long time ago, don't respond to you bitches. Because it's just as soon as you talk about busting a motherfucker in the head, they're going to put them police in your life. They're going to put the terrorists and threatening on you. DG, do and see what I do. I'm going to do the same thing y'all do. It's going to be the terrorist and threatening time. It's going to be the elderly abuse time. And we're going to see who win in court. We're going to see who win. Will you, Dr. Dollar General, or will I win? And I'm just an old lady. Don't bother nobody. I'm scared this young man gonna do something to me. Cause I am. I'm scared he gonna do something to my grandkids. They be around me all the time. They might be here when he decide to come here and do something to me. I'm scared for me, my folks, and my everybody that come to my house to visit. I'm scared. Cause he might do something. Cause he don't care about nobody on the earth. Cause he don't even care about his kids. So you know he don't care nothing about me, Your Honor. And he's a fugitive, Your Honor. He on papers for 7 years for violence, domestic violence, Your Honor. I wonder who they'll believe. Dr. General, Dollar Store General. You or me? Hey, Dr. General, you gonna take your loud mic in the court when we go to court? You gonna take your loud mic into that PO office? When you go take your drug test, cause I'm gonna tell him everything you doing. Pull it out, guns on your lap, all that kind of bullshit. Well, you're a felon. You're not supposed to have that. But you so bad, you pulls it up on YouTube. And you're a felon. Dollar General. Dollar General, do you know when even though when you go get off the papers after these 7 years, Dr. General, Dr. Dollar Store General, you can't have no weapon. You can't have no gun in your possession. They'll automatically charge you. You are automatic got to go to the judge and tell the judge why you think you are allowed as a felon to have a gun. That's for the rest of your goddamn life, bitch. And for somebody that break the law like you do, you should know the law better. But like I told you at the Purge, I'm going to send your information in to the dumbest criminal, that TV show. so they can put you on there too. So you'll get a slot. You're one of the world's dumbest criminals. Okay, you gonna tell on me for doing that too, bitch ass nigga. Hey, Big Rail. Hey, Panda. Hey, Harriet, the underground conductor. Hey, Vibrant. Sure. Vibrant, you know I know how it is because I don't be getting notifications, child. I'm just up here shooting the shit. I'm just up here bragging about being the only content creator in the beef sector to win around the Purge. I didn't win the Purge, but I won a damn round. Okay. You hear me? I won a round at the Purge. And I'm happy. Uh Dollar General did not win a round at the Purge. Dollar General got himself disqualified. Oh yeah, and Dr. General, why you try to lie over there at the captains like you got bought down and they had to bust you in your head with the truth? That you got yourself disqualified. You lie like a hoe. You be whining and lying. You lie like you got bought down, bitch. You got yourself disqualified. You kept breaking the rules. And Ed couldn't take any more of you. And he disqualified you. And I don't know why you got disqualified, though. But I'm sure it was over some of that filthy stuff that was coming out of your mouth. I'm sure it was something that had to do with that. Or did you threaten to dox him? Or was you up there doxing people? Now that's against no doxing. I bet you that's what you did. Because that's what you do a lot of times when you acting out. You be doxing, throwing names out of people that the people that whoever you're targeting that they'll know. You do that. You do it all the time. I bet you was doxing because that's what you call yourself good at. But you ain't good at nothing. You're not good at being a content creator. You're not good at being a daddy. You're not good at being a working black man that take care of himself and take care of his own bills. You're not good at that. But fuck shit, you good at that. Lying, you good at that. Whining, oh, big check mark there. Complaining, bitching, poor me, everybody messing with you. You know, if you had a job for 8 hours, that will keep you out of a lot of this foolishness. Okay? If you know, instead of burning off steam on YouTube, why don't you get your goddamn job, a factory job? Work off some steam, but getting some money for it. And come home and crash out. Eat real good and crash out. That'll keep you out of trouble. That'll keep you, from jumping on people like you were doing one man band. And see, one man band could have had you locked up for attacking him day after day after day. You got somebody you Friday could whoop a man ass. Well, you wasn't whooping him, you was wrestling him, trying to wrestle him out his clothes. That's what I said. I'd charge you a RAPE if I was him. But all you was doing was hunching and rubbing on that man's body. Trying to disrobe him, took his shoes off. You are pitiful. And I'm going to keep on talking about you. And ain't nothing you could do about it. Nothing. Nothing. And another thing happened. I went by Eve's because you know that's my girl. And she told me to leave you alone. She was saying, Paulette, please stop, leave. I'm not going to stop. I tried that before. As long as he fight, I'm going to fight. It is what it is. You know, it is. She know you're about to have a nervous breakdown. That's what she know. Because ain't nobody been able to get you out your body. The only other person, Mahaya. And now you got to live until the sixth annual. You're going to cry and whine until the sixth annual purge. And my hair's going to be there. You're not going to win that either. Period. On point. Mahaya. Hey, he the greatest, honey. He the greatest. Can't never. He called him the purge god, Doctor General, dollar store general. Hey, a firecracker. Hey, big stack. Child. He's full of bullshit. He just got a big mic. He ain't got nothing else. Hey, hey, Stacks, how you doing? Stacks, congratulate me. I won a round at the purge. I didn't win the purge. May have won the purge, but I won a round, and I'm the only B sector content creator that have ever won a round at the purge, and I want to brag about it. I beat deep. I beat Dollar General, the Doctor General, Dollar Store General. I snatched it out of his hands. He thought he had that $500, and he thought I won it. I told him, nigga, the purge ain't over. I ain't won shit. I didn't win nothing but a goddamn round. You were so discombobulated, you thought I won $500, man. Don't that beat all? Just as long as I know you didn't get the damn money, I was happy. I didn't give a fuck who won. Okay. Hey, Sarah. I didn't care who won. I got my round. I didn't get no money for it. Now, Aunt, since you taking dope sort of damn complaints that going on, I think I should have won some damn money just for winning that damn round. What they do that at? What they do that at? And you listen to DG complain while I was up there. I'm complaining about not winning no money on for being the first beef set the content creator to win around in the purge. I didn't win nothing. I didn't win nothing but bragging rights. And I'm gonna brag. DG, didn't your mama teach you not to put all your eggs in one basket? What that mean is that if you trip and fall with all the eggs in a basket, they all gonna break. Okay. Didn't your mama teach you that? Huh? Did your mama teach you not to spend no money that you ain't got? Did your mama teach you about the hare and the tortoise? The hare was so sure himself and so far ahead, he just said, fuck it, I'm gonna lay down and take a nap. And you know what that old tortoise did? He did just like I did. He won that round. I knocked you all the way out the purge. Then knock you up your square, man. You had two more rounds you could have won. You gave up. I got in your head. When you lost that round to me, child, you gave up. Quitters never win, the Doctor Store, Dollar General Store, General. Cheaters never win. Remember that. You're a cheater. You're a liar. You and your crew. You sent all kind of people at me, bitch. It didn't work. All of y'all losers. All of you. Is this gloating enough for you, Dr. General? Dr. Dollar Store General? Let me see what else. Let me see. Oh, and I meant to tell y'all, OG Bobby Johnson won the last purge in October. He won $500. Now he been bragging all ever since then. Yeah, I won it. I beat everybody at the purge. And y'all, wasn't even trying to win it. I won it. And this and that. And I'm proud of myself that I won it. I ain't even cashed that. I haven't even cashed that. It's still on my cash app. And this and that and that it is. Well, after DG was doing all that damn whining and bitching and complaining, Bobby Johnson joined the goddamn choir. And his song was, I won $500. But when I cash app, I was only able to get like 185. Where my other $15 at? And X was saying, man, look, I can't send the $500. And about whatever that problem you got with Cash App or whoever. The government got their money, y'all. And he was whining and crying about the $15. He said when he won $15, that $500, he should have got $500. Okay, so then he had been whining about it and stuff, and Ed just cut him off. Well, Tulsa hit the link a little bit down the line. And Tulsa said that she'll give him his $15. But you know what I was saying, but you know what he got to do to get that 15. To get that 15, you got to come and get it. And me and Tulsa was hollering. Hey, Auntie, the Fisher Bird. Auntie, I've been over here bragging about winning a round at the Purge. Now, I ain't going to tell my people about how you did me at the Purge. Okay. I was getting punished for what DG was doing, because DG was doing all that bad talk. DG was talking about striking and all of that. I never did say no shit like that. DG was talking all that nasty talk, and I had to talk nasty talk. But y'all, when you were getting on, why come I got in trouble when he got in trouble? You should have said, DG nigga, don't you be doing that no more. You're using language that can get me struck. But Aunt, you said y'all. And then Aunt, DG was acting like he couldn't hear you when you was talking. So then I started doing that too. I was saying, well, like hell, he can't hear him. I know he can't hear me, because I ain't got no loud mic. And I wasn't saying that the damn thing was rigged. He was saying it was rigged. And I wasn't saying you were not on, you were just my 5 cents. Y'all was working with the ops. I never said nothing like that. And okay. And I think it would be a great idea the next time that a person is breaking the goddamn, they're using the trigger words like they were lying like I was using. when I was dragging other people on that panel, then they were putting in the chat trigger words. She's using trigger words, and I wasn't using no trigger words. And if a person doing that, tell them, Paulette, stop. But not y'all, aunt. Because DG was using all that shit, aunt. And then now he's saying you're cheating. Then he didn't say he got disqualified. He said he got brought down, aunt. He's still like, that's the only complaint I got against the Purge, aunt. You know. But he was breaking all the rules. And he was trying to get me disqualified too, aunt. And he was putting stuff out in the back chat to you, aunt. I wasn't doing that. He was telling. And he was telling. That's all he was doing, was up there telling. And I know you got sick of him being a telltale. He even told me a telltale when I was moving around YouTube and Kick, telling about me, telling people to come vote for me. He mad about that. Gina bought that bullshit over here. She was trying to destroy the beef sector under our ugly t-shirt thing, the ugly sweater, Christmas sweater. She was over here showing her ass year before last. She tried to shut Nico down. But, you know, they do complain about who won and all that. But they don't be, well, I don't know. I just like to see them fall out when they be getting mad when they win. Like Lovely Love got mad when she won. But normally they be mad when they lose. You know, they be saying you bias, or you had all these people to vote for them, for the other person, and all of that. You know, but that happens, you know. But as far as like rigging it and being on the panel and telling the person in their face, you rigging this contest while it was still going, that's what DG was doing. And the damn contest wasn't nowhere near over. Okay. Yeah, she showed her prune ass. And she have been showing her ussy, her titties, doing everything. YouTube so tired of looking at her, they don't even strike you no more when she show her titties. Because the captain, she stripped over there on his panel. It was a little over a week ago. You know that damn live still up. Now you know you ran out. You plumb run out when they don't even strike the person for you stripping. You hear me? They didn't even strike him. YouTube tired of looking at her wrinkled ass titties and stuff and ussy. But you know what? I know what's gonna happen. She gonna get that brother song. That's what she gonna do, because she that raggedy. Because she do shit like that. Because you know she had a baby by a brother-in-law. So they were all up in the house. The last thing you would do is think that this girl gonna mess with your husband. And see, she did it when she was young. You know, it is what it is. Just think about how many times she done shit like that. So you think she ain't gonna do that with that man brother in the house? The way she can't keep her clothes on YouTube. I just can't wait till it happens, because she's so retarded. She gonna tell it. She gonna tell it, y'all. And you know who she gonna tell? Broadway. She ain't gonna be able to hold it. She gonna tell Broadway. She sure is. She gonna let it slip. She gonna get mad at OYB or something like that, and then she gonna let that shit come out. She gonna let that come out, honey. She ain't gonna hold it. Without you can't make me think it ain't gonna happen. T King, wait a minute. Teen Toy, you mean? Teen Toy, you mean? I don't know. I messed that name up. Linda B, I know I messed that name. Karen, I know that I messed it up. But Aunt, I had a ball at the purge. I'm telling you, I have been talking about the purge ever since I made this live. I've been saying how big of I had a ball I had the whole weekend, and I wanted to not come live like the next day after. I wanted to just be around YouTube and hear how people saying the Doctor General Dollar Store General has been whining and complaining. I've been getting my life. Do you hear me? BK Bandolina? Yeah. I've been having a ball. Ronnie Howard, yeah. Hey, JJ Love. I've been having a ball. I've been getting my life. Yeah. That nigga threatened to whoop. He threatening to bodily harm on me, saying I had kids with my daddy and my granddaddy. And oh, that kind of bullshit. Okay. I have never been talked to like that. Okay. I've had a lot of shit said to me throughout my life, but I ain't never had it be said that I had a baby with my daddy and my granddaddy. Hey, Queen Tulsa. Tulsa, I want to brag and say I won around at the Purge, and I'm the only content creator in the B sector that has ever done that. And Tulsa was up there swinging on them niggas right with me. Tulsa was telling them to come get that $15. And what neither one I'm doing. But you know what, Tulsa? He quit talking about that goddamn $15. Tulsa said she had it for him. Come get it. Tulsa was gonna turn him out. Tulsa, we already know they turn out. We know all of them turn out. They can't stay out from over here in the beach sector with the girls and the boys. Okay? They always be talking about trannies, calling them transmission, talking about faggots and punks, about the beef sector, how they body the beef. You ain't body the goddamn thing. All you was gonna get bodied with ding ding up your booty and down your throat. That's what the beef sector boys got for you. knocked out, child. I got knocked out, child. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I got knocked out, child. I got knocked out. Can you hear me vibrant? Child, I was up here talking. I got knocked out. Do you hear me? I bet you, Dr. General, Dollar Store General, I bet you wish I got knocked out the purge. You knock yourself out the purge. You disqualified yourself. You were so out of your body. I loved it. Ooh, child. Now I got to pull my notepad back up because it when I got kicked out, it kicked that out too. Yeah, mama say knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Yes, Lord. I got bragging rights, child. That's what you get when you the purge used to didn't get no money at all on the purge. That's just started recently. They were just for bragging rights. But now, because that's a long time. Sometimes people be there for a long time. Different people that's trying to purge, and if you win, I'm glad that they do cash prizes and stuff. I think so. I think that's a good idea. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Because like I said, they used to purge and didn't get a dime, child. Purge the whole time and didn't get a dime. Another thing that happened in the beef sector, Tracy and Noble got into it again. Noble, will you leave Tracy alone? She gonna cuss you. Ooh, she gonna cuss you out so bad. And she did cuss you out pretty bad the other day, and she have done so in the past. But Noble, go on about your business. Quit saying slash shit to her. She lets you slash so many times, and she get tired of it. Then she go off. You know. Um, and another thing that happened since we was here, Lolo, her mother had been sick. Well, her mother passed, and she passed a couple of hours before Christmas at Lemons. I was in that lab, okay, and the lab it was out, okay, live and stuff. But when Lemon announced it that Lolo mother passed, because she had been in the hospital, she had been going through some health issues, and which is part of life. Uh, when you get older, things happen. And Lemon, he was crying and stuff. And see, he had already said before on the live, like you could tell in his voice, like after Lolo mother had was in the hospital, he had a heart to heart talk to her, and when the tone of his voice, because I listen to everything that people be saying, I knew it was like bad with her mama. To him and her had a heart to heart talk, and I could tell in his tone that it was like alarming. And so when I heard she passed, I I knew that was probably gonna happen because I knew, like I say, from what he was saying and how he was saying it, I figured that she was gonna pass. And then people were saying in the chat all kind of bullshit. Some people saying he shouldn't didn't have no business saying that on her on the live, and it was a damn mess. Okay, well then he came back and then he stopped the live. Well, of course, I knew that different people was gonna go live as soon as his line was off, or either before it went off, which was correct. Different people started going live. Well, I seen Pizarro went live, so I run my ass over there, and Crystal, like the first people on the panel, I think it was Krista, Dory, somebody else. It was a couple of them up there with Pizarro. Well, and the dragging continued. And Krista was really graphic on how she was dragging, calling her mama old bitches, and I told you this day would come, bitch. And, talking to Lolo that your mom was gonna die, and it's over. Babies die, so that's not karma. We have no control over death, and it was just a lot of bullshit said. Um, and Crystal saying it's because Lolo talked about her mother, but they have made up since then. But see, that's why I don't make up with these motherfuckers on here, because they full of bullshittery, and they make up. They break up again. You make up, you break up. So actually they don't forgive you for what you said to them, because they're gonna throw that up in your face, and I can't be bothered with that. Lolo did apologize, back when that happened. She did say she didn't know her mom was dead. Which on here we don't know a lot of these people. I don't know who mama dead. I don't know ones I know is live. It's because the people say, yeah, my mother did this or my mama did that or whatever. Or either they'll say something their mama said, so we'll know that their mother's still alive. But it was a mess. And so a lot of people was over there at Zaro. A lot of people took offense out do Crystal was talking. Some people did take offense in it. Some people didn't take offense in it. People made lives going against Crystal. Some people made lives going up for Crystal. Didn't nobody say nothing about my such and such dad. Y'all wasn't nobody saying nothing this and nobody said that. That's why when people die in my family, I don't come on here and talk about it at all. That's how I choose my journey on here. Because I know how these people do. You know, I lost a brother and sister since I've been on here. Y'all didn't know nothing about it. Y'all don't have no information about it. Ain't nobody gonna never have no information about it. And this been years. But I wouldn't dare share that shit when it was going on when I was on YouTube. I wouldn't dare. Uh, and if that's how they want to fight, hell, what can I say about it? It's just the way they want to fight. But I don't get off in all that. It is what it is. Um, and I don't tell people how to fight. And I ain't finna tell Chris how to fight. I'm, and her and Lolo been into it. So, they've been into it. So this is just a bullet that she gonna shoot. And Chris are gonna use that, you know, it is what it is. And Lolo either gonna sit down and take it or she gonna stand up to her. But I don't think right now is the time to stand up to her, because I don't even believe I don't think they have buried her mother, but they might have. But I haven't asked any questions. But I seen she was on Lemon panel last night. She seemed to be in a good mood. And you two might be. She might got tired of being at home, thinking about her mother and dealing with the death and all that kind of stuff. Because you got to make the arrangements and all that. So I wasn't surprised to see her on Lemon. She seemed to be in good spirits last night, and that's it. That's all. You know. Um, but Krista had other excuses about why she was going, and Lolo and her mama. I guess because people were saying things at Pizarro's, and she brought up back when her and TC broke up. That's the lady that she was dating on here. Why would you bring that up? And you and Lolo, y'all was cool since then. See how people do? They go back way back, even though we made up. But when her and TC broke up, that's been way over a year ago, and I can't see. So you harboring stuff from that long? See, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to be making up with none of these people on here. And I always said that. Now we don't have to fight every time I see you, but I'm not gonna be over here apologizing to nobody on here. I'm not gonna be accepting apologies from nobody on here. It is what it is. Ain't no sense in being uh fake. Ain't no sense in me saying I'm sorry, I apologize just to make somebody else happy. Why do people keep coming and ask, don't you think you need to apologize? I think you should apologize. I think you need to shut the fuck up. That's the way I feel about it. Don't you ask me shit. You kind of can't make me apologize because I said what I said and I meant what I said. Now we ain't got to fight about it anymore, but I ain't finna apologize on an app. This is entertainment application now. So every time y'all lose when y'all play games on here, every time you lose a game, you say I'm sorry. This is entertainment. Oh my God, uh, these people take this shit too serious. And like I said, they ain't apologize. No, nobody. It's up and it's stuck. You know. Hey, the Beef Sector Podcast. Hey, Kim Kim. Hey, Mike Martin. Honey, Mike Martin, honey. Shit. I call him, honey. He hit the panel child. Hey, Rock Talk. He hit that panel. He started game banging. Do you hear me? Shit, can't nobody tell me nothing about Mike Martin here. Mike Martin, he comes in the gang bang with old girl. A lot of people don't like him, but I ain't got nothing against Mike Martin. When I say Mike Martin, here, hey Mike Martin, shit. If he's anywhere around, he coming. So I can't. Hey, what? Honey, any help better than no help. Shit. And Tulsa, don't let nobody say anything about you, but talking about you didn't help me on the purge and where the beef sector was at. I don't be asking for no help, but I'm glad you did come up there, Tulsa, and you did come up there, and you bang right with me, but I'm just saying, Tulsa didn't do anything wrong. She didn't have to come up there, but she did come up there and represent. Mahia came up there. Lack came up there. It's certain people over there in the Mo3 sector that came over up there. And a lot of them didn't come up there for me. They came up there because they was called out several times throughout the purge. But Mahel them said they'll come for me. They made it clear. Okay. And why I got to fight alone when everybody else got an army? I appreciate people when they come and fight for me. I appreciate that. You know, especially when we have the same enemy. You know, yeah. If we got the same enemy and the enemy got an army, why can't nobody help me? And I got 3 or 4 motherfuckers on my head and fighting all of them. Why he can't come if that's what he want to do? Come and help me. What's the problem? What's the problem if Mayor help me? What's the problem if Big Black help me? Everybody else got. Why come I can't have no help? Hey, well informed. How come that's unfair? And see, Mike Martin got a record of a lot of these things that have been said on YouTube. He got a record of it. So when they lie and say they didn't do it, he'll pull the goddamn thing and showing it come out their mouth. He'll come up. You say you don't get high. He, you don't say you don't smoke crack. He showed where you got crack paraphernalia by your bed. You say you don't drag this and you don't drag that. He had the recordings of you doing these things that you cry about people doing to you. And you done this years ago. So what make anybody think you won't do it now? Because you have a record of it. Mike have a record of a lot of this shit that people deny that they ever did or said. And I appreciate that he got that. He loses channels when he show that shit. When he drop his shit, he gets struck. And he lose channels and say, well, hell, I don't feel like making there another one. You know. But then he get pissed off and he'll open another one up and start dropping shit. You know. They always talking about pulling up and everything. When the man pull up, they got a goddamn problem with him pulling up. Hey, Raw Talk. I don't get it. Everybody else can pull. Why Mike Mark can't pull up? And he be called out to pull up. He ain't got to tell you when he gonna pull up. But you told him to pull up. Fit when he pull up. Do you hear me? See, he say he on the new channel right now. See that? Hey, Jackie. He on another channel right now because they keep getting struck. He don't complain. He don't complain. Hey, hey, wait a minute. He don't complain. He just make another when he got time. Hey, I'm Skip Jones. You hear me? All he do is make another channel when he get time because the man work. When he pull up, they be crying and whining like a hoe. And they can't lie like he didn't pull up because he be taking the pictures in front of their house. He take a picture on their porch, y'all. He make a video riding by your house. You hear me? He do that kind of shit where you can't deny like he can't. He showed he pulled up, y'all. You can't lie that ain't my house because he got the mailbox number and the house number in the shop. Do y'all hear me? That's what Mike one do, child. Y'all hear? And I was hollering. Do you hear me? Oh, there was so much outrage. It was so much outrage. That he was the low down. They say he's the low down person been on YouTube. Okay, but he lost friends over that bullshit. But hell, you keep telling me to pull up, white boy. Y'all be telling this white boy to pull up, and this white boy pulled up, and then y'all want to act like y'all crying like say they were gonna put the police on the man. Do y'all hear me? Y'all make sure you hit the like button. If you ever subscribe, please subscribe to my channel, child. And if y'all want to send the first person in the beef sector to ever win one of them rounds in the purge, y'all send the winner a some cash, because I didn't win no cash, y'all. Send me a prize. Ooh, child. Yeah, they be telling me, pull up, white boy, pull up. And the man pulled up. And the man took pictures as proof I pulled up. The man took a video as proof of I pulled up. But then they got a goddamn problem. Ooh, child. Thank you for putting that disclaimer, Jackie. I don't ever think I do nothing like that, Hopefully I ain't saying nothing to get struck now. I ain't know I ain't doing that. I ain't talking about doing nothing to nobody. I ain't showing nothing. I ain't playing nobody videos. I think I'm okay. Child. Shit. Then I tell Mike to pull up again. Okay. Let me make sure. Let me look. Even Mink been into it. And this now they say things back and forth to each other from time to time, but this ain't like that. They is throwing them blows. You hear me? Them two they are into it. Now I don't know if they'll make up. I kind of think they will. I kind of think they will, but I don't know. I'm kind of on them. I'm kind of. It could go either way. I don't know. Now, OYB got struck. Eve got P-bombed. And I heard that Jackie Page got took. And Jackie, if they done took your page again, leave that fuck YouTube. Fuck YouTube. Leave YouTube. Make you a couple of lives and say, hey, I'm finna exit stage left or right or jump off the roof, but I'm getting off of YouTube because I cannot, I can't do what I need to do on YouTube. So I'm have to go to greener pastures. Or either do like Broadway and Mahia do have so much of the live on YouTube, then go on over there to Twitch. Stay on Twitch. And like Broadway say, he still gets struck. They still trying to strike him on YouTube, even though most of his content is on Twitch now. But he still do get attempts on his, to strike him. Do just like Broadway, but put your main shit over there on Twitch. Make your money on Twitch. Your crowd is gonna follow you. You might lose a couple of them, but so what? And they probably was the people that don't like you. Them gonna be the ones that you know. That's the way I would look at it. The ones that left is the ones that was against me on YouTube. But I would do all my business on Twitch, my main business. because they ain't gonna let you breathe on YouTube. Remember, they wasn't letting Broadway breathe on YouTube. They wasn't letting Mahia breathe on YouTube. So you got to do what you got to do. And like I say, the main people that you concerned about is your loyal supporters. And they're gonna follow you because you're good at what you do. I love when you do the prank calls. I love when you joke and laugh because that's what you want to do on here. You don't want to be upset. You like to have fun, you know. And so, like I said, you want to be on Twitch all the time, you know, because they, like I said, they'll follow you. See how they did Broadway and Mahia and like Josh, different ones. Forget YouTube, hon. Don't put all your big eggs in this damn basket on YouTube. And you can do like Broadway say he doing. He getting YouTube checks and Twitch checks. You know. But if you choose to stay on YouTube, that's up to you. You know. I ain't got no problem with it. Okay. Now, I think it was OYB, y'all. This lady Gigi the Bush, I think Bushwatcher or something like that. Josh, that lady drug Gina noseblood. Do you hear me? She drug Gina ass all the skin off of her. And I think it was at OYB's. I think it was OYB's, but I think it was China that played it, y'all, the other day. And the lady said, I've been trying to catch your ass, but bitch, I caught you now. And she drove that child. Gina flew. Do you hear me? Gina ran like she used to run with Stacks and it was another lady, Stacks and somebody else. That Z, that one, the name Zilla or something like that. That one, the names, it started with a Z. Zilla or Zillow or something like that. Honey, she runs from this lady, that Gigi the Bushwatcher. She, ooh, she destroyed Gina. She tore her ass up. You hear me? And see, that's what I like about the playbacks, like the Chinas, Blacks, Broadway play some, but the main one is Lat and Big China. Oh, Transparent Talk. Those are three places that you can catch up on lives that you have missed because they take out the main things that happen on the live. Now sometimes they play the whole live, but normally they take out like the best drags and things like that on the live. Well, that's why I go to China, Transparent Talk, and Big Lads mainly. Is because I get to see the stuff that I missed, the main things I missed out in the street. Uh, and that's why I heard that Gigi the Bushwatcher get Gina ass. Now, see, I didn't know nothing about this person because when they kept saying Gigi drug the hell out of Gina, Gigi, I'm saying Gigi, and then it was at a place that I don't see Gigi, and then it come out that the person name was Gigi the Bushwatcher, and they said, Gigi said she be in his class, and they said that she be in the class a lot. And she busy and stuff. She can't drop down. She don't drop down a whole lot. But I don't know what Gina did to that woman, or whatever Gina's behavior was on YouTube that woman didn't like. But when she come out them damn clouds on her, she busted through there. Do you hear me? And she say she will be coming back at them clouds on Gina head again. And I was over at Royalty last week. Gina hit the link, which she hit anybody that have hit the live button, she gonna wind up hitting the damn link. And she hit Royalty link because she was supposed to be at work, and she hit Roy the link and said she couldn't work because she had a headache. Bitch, you couldn't work because you wanted to be on YouTube. I was at Eve's one day last week, and all hell broke loose. Eve, Max, Chanel, and somebody named Self Made, and Mink got into it. And I mean, you talking about they were throwing everything but the damn kitchen sink at each other. I mean, they was Max, Eve, and Chanel, and Self Made was against Meek. And like I said, they throwed everything. They throwed everything at each other. And they was saying to Gina, I mean, they was saying to Mink that Mink was mad because she had to leave Sean G. Wherever Sean G in. I don't know if he's in Atlanta or Tech. I don't know where Sean G is. But they say that Mink was mad because she had to leave him and come back home. Mink P bombed um, Eve. And this was the day I was live when this happened. Because I was live when Eve went live. And somebody came in the chat and said that she was live and that she had got P bombed. And I was saying, what? Well, after I got through in my live, I went to her live because they said in my live that Mink had P bombed Eve. So when I got through in my live, I went to her live and I read about it back because I wanted to see all the damn dragon they were doing. So I got to see that, and then I got to see up to the P bomb, and it P bombed, and it was a woman cootie cat, and couldn't find out it was Chanel's. And Chanel had sent it to Sean G years ago. Shot her coochie, and some kind of way Mink got hold to it. And I know it had to be Sean G that gave it to her. I don't know if he gave it to her on phone. I don't know if he emailed it to her. I don't know what to put, but she wound up with it. And and Eve and Chanel knew what her own cuckoo looked like, so she knew it was hers. And I tell you one thing, that live was still up. That was one that didn't get took down. But another thing, like when you're not monetized, you can kind of get by with more too on YouTube. And see, Eve is not. She wasn't monetized, I don't think. But that stayed up, and I was like, what? Because a lot of times well, normally they'll stop the live. Most of the people that get P-Bone, they'll stop the live. But she kept going. And so I was saying, damn. Hey, Sarah, man. Thank you. And happy holidays to you, too. Hey, Cadillac. Hey, Bird. But okay, now, wait a minute. Let me pull this back up. I'm trying to get through now. Um, and Chanel was telling me that she was going to unblock Sean G because she had him blocked. But she said she's going to unblock him so that he could contact her. Like they used to talk and stuff. And one day I went by room shakers. Now, when I went Like I look at my notifications, I seen Room Shaker was live. But then before I could click it and get over there, the live was over. And I said, huh. And then I seen she made another live. I said, huh, I wonder what happened on Room Shaker. The live that to stop a live, then start another one up. Something happened. So I want to see what happened. Well, the Mayor of Detroit was over there. Joe was over there. Danny was over there. And Danny was turned all the way up. Do you hear me? They, you know, Room Shaker was saying, I don't want it to be like haywire over here. I want us to have just a good mellow laugh. I don't want all that hollering and stuff because I'm drinking, you drinking. We vibing. It's the holiday. She was talking like that. Well, soon as Danny would kind of calm down, she'd turn up again. And it was going on and on and on. And so Rule Shaker just got tired of Danny and she stopped the damn laugh. Because Danny wasn't going to get off the panel. You know, and Rule Shaker, I guess she didn't want to drop her. I don't know, but I was hollering on it. Rule Shaker was saying, no, I don't want to do all this. I don't want all this hollering. I just want to have a nice conversation. This live been a chill live. If people been coming up here and we've been chilling and all of this. Honey, that was falling on deaf ears. Do you hear me? And when Rule Shaker went back live, the live was different. She got to have the live like she wanted a peaceful live. But honey, I was so tickled because Danny was off the chain. Danny was saying, "You don't like me." And the last time I was on the panel, and this and that. And the Room Shaker said, "No, I don't know what you're talking about, Danny. I ain't got no problem with you." And yeah, I know you don't like me, and this and that. And then, when Room Shaker would get her settled down, Joe took his black ass up there. I know exactly why you would, I know exactly what Danny talking about. And then he explained what happened. And Room Shaker was saying, but that was a long time ago, and that don't mean nothing. I just want to chill. And I was hollering. It was so funny because Danny wasn't feeling no pain, honey. She was full of that liquor, and it was on and popping. And Danny had been on and popping when she hit the panels over in the Mo 3B sector. She's still going, okay? She's dancing. She's having her a wonderful time while she off work. When she was off work for the holiday, for the Christmas holiday. Child, I was hollering at Danny. Now, Danny always do dance on the panel, but and then she be doing that too. Just never shut up, just keep talking. I've been on lives where she talked the whole live, and they have a live over her. They continue with they dragging and stuff while Danny is having her own conversation. Okay, and Ruby like one in that kind of mood. Okay, I was hollering, child. But yeah, I've seen Danny act like that a lot. Okay. Okay, now this is on the beef sick side. Now I was just riding through, how I just glancing and stuff. Where Shakim, I think Lemon or somebody said that Shakim say King Roman News is jealous of him. Now Shakim, King Roman News ain't jealous of you. And King Roman News ain't never wanted your body. You the one was sending him, you sent him your Twitch, this freaking Twitter. You sent him that account so he could look at you. You wanted him to like you, like for sexually. And King Roman didn't bite. He didn't want you. So don't try to make it seem like he wanted you and you didn't want him. You approached him after you seen him in Vegas. You throw your tail at him. You shook your tail feather. And he wasn't buying it, child. And King Roman ain't jealous of you. King Roman work, got his own place, dressed nice. Got his people. He got his crew with him. They stand behind him, 10 toes down. You ain't got what he got. You know, it is what it is. And I don't know why you saying that man was jealous of you. That was the he never been jealous of you. Let me see if that's it. I think that's it. Let me go up just to make sure. I'm just making sure. Yeah, I got everything out. Okay, and another thing, of course, you know that the banner contest is January the 1st. Now, the last time that I noticed, because I haven't been going to Pastor, I got to catch up with Pastor, it was a little bit over 1,800. That was the pot. But like that was a week ago, because it's been a week since I've been over to Pastors, and I really have been missing going over there. Um, but the contest, like I said, they're giving get a big prize. I think the first and second place prize, I think you can get at that morning. It was some kind of way. Yeah, that morning. And then that evening he coming back and he gonna get like the prize for the like a person that tried to do the banner and didn't do a very good job. But it's gonna be in fun. It's not gonna be like to pick on them or nothing like that. They get a little prize just for this is an E for effort. The deadline is over to put in for the banner contest. The deadline was the 26th, so that's over. You can't enter now. Um, that's all I got to say about that. Well, Brenda's having her contest. It's the third annual Heels contest. It's on January the 24th. I don't know what the pot is because I haven't been back over there to see, but I will go back through there and find out about the pot. But normally, she let the contestants put their cash app with their name, and people can donate to them, to any of the ladies that you would like to donate. But it is going to be like a first prize winner, maybe a first or second prize winner. I don't know, but I'll tell you more about that. But it'd be a really good contest. They got the sharpest shoes on. They be wearing some badass shoes. Sheila E won last year. She has a bunch of badass shoes that she styled in profile. The categories are the showstopper. That's the shoe that everybody go, hey, look at your feet and stop and look at your feet. That's a badass shoe. It's gonna be the all work and no play business shoe. And then it's gonna have to make him wanna marry you. Marry me, boo. Now my boo shoe. That's the kind when you ready to do that grown folk stuff with your man. You put them pretty heels on, and they look eating you up from the bottom of your foot to the top of your leg with their eyes. Honey, that's a badass shoe. That's in there. And so I enjoy that contest every year. Okay, now limitation is February the 19th to the 22nd is coming up. And Pastor is having a Juicycation cruise. He will be announcing more about that, but that'll be after the first of the year. You'll find out the dates and all of that, and then how to email and find out more about it. Another thing, uh, James Caldwell, Mother, Spill It Boy TV, he's having a cruise too in 2026. Uh, I I haven't made a note of that, but I need to so I can tell you guys more about it because I know his is already set up. Uh, but I have more details about that. I kept forgetting to put James on here on my little announcements. And that's it for that. Yeah, that's everything. And honey, I'm getting ready to get back out in these streets. Now, if you guys haven't um, subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Um, it'll be greatly appreciated. And if you haven't liked the video, please like it. Okay. Um, and I'm getting ready to get out of here until the next time. Ooh, child. I won around at the Purge, the only beef sector content creator that has ever done that. Ooh, child. I'm going to brag and I'm going to brag and I'm going to brag. And I want to give a special kudos to Mahaya, the Purge God. He won the Purge $500. Ooh, child. And if you'd like to send in a donation, you know, please donate. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.